Hi all, welcome to the session on SAP ABAP. In this session, we'll learn about data types, how to create one program using different data types, and the difference between predefined and user-defined data type. Write a program to do simple arithmetic operation addition. So data types basically categorized into two types: predefined, delivered by SAP; user defined, user defines, like we programmers defines based on the predefined type. These data types are very common in other programming languages as well, like integer, float, packed, character, numeric character, date, time, string. Why we have different data types? These to cater efficient memory utilization. We mean storing and retrieval of information. We have different data types. Each data type has its own properties. If you want to store, say, employee name, those are alphabets, better to use character. If you want some numbers and arithmetic operation to be performed, then better use integer. If you are writing any program for any amount with some currencies, better we take decimal because there will be uh, decimal point values. And if you deal with any program that needs date, time, you use appropriate data type, date and time. We can also create our own data type based on the predefined data type. When we create our data type, it's called user defined, which we define. If we are using SAP defined data type, we say that predefined, like character C, numeric character N, float for decimals, both float and packed for decimals. I create a program and start showing how to use these data types, different data types. Let me develop the first program in SAP. In let I log into SAP system and I'll start developing the program. I went to SAP login. I double click the item. It open this screen. I'll enter my user ID and the password. Press enter. Client number it will by default coming and language English. SAP supports different languages based on different countries. By default English setup, that's okay. I've entered user ID and password. Press enter. SAP screen opens. You can see this place. This is nothing but the place where we enter our command. All the anything that we do with SAP is called a transaction. Everything you do, you create a program, you run a program, you download a file, whatever you do, interact with SAP in terms of transaction. Each transaction has a transaction code. You need to enter here the transaction code and do. The transaction code to create a program is SE38. If you enter SE38, press enter, it will open a screen where we can write our program, develop a program. SAP, any program that is given by SAP, it starts with A to X. If any program that starts with A or B or up to X, starting character, we can safely say that is developed by SAP, delivered by SAP. Any program that we create as a programmer, as a customer, that must start with Y or J. That is called namespace. So in short, it's called namespace. What is namespace? A to X, reserved by SAP, Y or J, that is our customer. So this is called namespace. So any program that we develop, it must start with either Y or Z. Any program SAP has delivered, any program, any technical object, it should start with A to X. Any character between A to X, first character. Get a program Z, program using data type. Just any name you give, we can create. You enter some title, the program description. You in the SE38 screen, you gave the program name. You will create. Then you are giving a title. In the type of the program, you select executable program. Means you can execute the program, you can run the program. So the report programs are called executable program. Click executable program. Now we are done. We have created a program giving the description of the program, type of the program. We have to save the program. Like any other languages we save, the program we develop, here also we need to save the program. Click on save. While saving, we select local object. It will be saved in the local file. Now I'll be writing the program to declare a variable based on a data type. I'll be using the syntax data. So data is used to declare one variable. Data, say I declare a type I. I is for integer. Okay. And say I assign some value a equal to 10. I declare a variable a. Now it holds the memory and I assign the value 10 to the a. Let me print a. So statement, this write keyword is used to show the output. Data keyword is to define the variable and we are assigning a value 10 and doing a write. So you open the program, wrote it, click on save, then check, syntax check if your program is all good or not. Then activate, like we compile, interpret and run. So it's like it's in interpreted language, so no compilation. We check for the syntax, activate, run. These three buttons you can see. Okay. Save, then you check for syntax issues, activate the program, then you execute the program. Okay. Write it down. So what to do? So while you're writing the program, AC38 is the transaction code you enter before writing any program. And steps are save, check, activate, and execute. Or you can say run. So there is shortcut, keyboard shortcut also there. Control plus S. You want to save. Check. Control plus F2. Activate. Control plus F3. Run. Control plus F. For the first time when you see those many keyboard shortcut, it might be little confusing for you. But later on, it will be very easy because any program we will be developing, we'll be using these uh, keyboards buttons. Let me, I've activated, my program is active. Let me run it. You see the value state. This is your first program and uses a data type integer. In my slide, I am using developed many programs of different data types. So it is for I, you understood. Similarly, you want to do for decimal. See, whenever you use P is for decimal, we must say how many length after decimal. So if I say it's decimal, decimal points 2. That means after decimal, there can be maximum 2 values can be shown, can be stored and shown. So for integer, no need to specify like decimal value because the integer. For decimal, remember you have to say decimals and what is the value of it. If you want to use n is for numeric character. What is numeric character? We know character like alphabets or anything. Numeric character is those appear as number but treated as character. What is that complication? Something is number, we can do arithmetic operations. Addition, subtraction, we can do all. Multiplication, division. Okay. Here, numeric character is numbers. They appear as numbers, but treated as character. Because, for example, there are so many types of numbers in business. Employee number, sales order number. Okay, employee number we do not add with another employee number. This looks like a number, but does not participate in doing any arithmetic operation. So those type of object, those type of variables we declare as numeric characters. We have float and we have T is for time. See this time format. Whenever we declare a variable of time, its format is hour, minute, second, HHMMSS. So you can take this, copy it, and you want to run it. Okay, just replace it. Okay, you can run it. Even you want to comment it out. Comment it means you will not be deleting those values, deleting those code, but uh, you will not make those code run. So it will not be active. So there is, if you want to put comment, you can put like this. You can see it will be deactivated those lines. These are called single line comments. So comments helps to deactivate the lines. Instead, you can delete it or you can deactivate. Save, check. The last statement is not complete, it's missing. So every statement will end with a full stop, you can see. So I didn't have a full stop. So when I check it, system said we do not have a period. The period is missing. The full stop is called period. Now I have a variable with type T. I have assigned a value. Let me print the value. Can I run it? No, it's inactive. I have to activate it. Click OK. We are going to activate your program. Okay. Then you execute it. You see the time. It's 12:34. Basically, it should be showing as 12:34:56. Okay, why it is showing only 12:34? Because the time, it is the output format. That date is stored in input format. So to add it to read, instead of this, let me comment this line, put star. What I'll do, I'll write 12:34:56. So that is nothing but okay, HHMMSS. Hours, minutes, seconds. So that is the format of time. You can see hours, minutes, and seconds. So this is how time data is stored in system. And also internal format is this. Similarly, date internal format is YYYMMSS. I'll show it. So let me see date. Type D. D is for date. See year, month, and date. So this is most of the time people ask the format, date, internal format, MMTT, and time internal format, hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay, these are different predefined data types. You can see the character, you can use the string. String is the sequence of characters. There is no specific length. Like in character, say this variable is type of character, we are giving the length 20. So maximum 20 characters it can hold. But string, there's no limitation. You can give as many characters. Just copy paste these programs in your SAP screen and test it, how the output is coming. Play around different data types, how it runs. All these data types, I, numeric character, A for float, P for decimal, C for character, D for date, T for time, all these are delivered by SAP called predefined data type. If you want to create your user different data type, how you can do, see this example. Paste and show example. I have two variables A and B, and you can see A is type integer, and I have given some initial values. B is not type integer. B is type A. See, I am referring B is like A. So this like statement makes user defined because B is type A. A is type integer. That means B is type integer. But while declaring I didn't say B is type integer. I said B is type A. A is an user defined. So, so user, so this B is a user defined data type. Okay. You can say A is type I, B is still type A. Sometimes we need to refer to user defined data, or we need to refer to the existing variables. That time we can use like statement. You can see the difference. So for user defined, it's like, for predefined is type. Let me activate this program, execute. You'll see 10 and 20 is shown. You can see 20 is shown down to 10. It's a new line. So in the right statement, there is some character called new line. If you do this slash backslash, the data will be shown in the next line. And whenever you want to print many variables, more than one variables, you have to use the colon operator. That's called chain operator. Okay. Otherwise, you could have written write LVA, write LVB. Two times you could have written write statement. This chain makes any number of variables you can print in output if you use chain operator. And slash is for new line. So what we learned, so in the right statement, slash means new line and colon means chain operator. When you want more number of variables to be presented, you can use these two. Okay. Next comes, let me write a little bigger program to do an arithmetic operation. We declare three variables, one variable norm1, norm2, and norm3 equal to result equal to addition of these two variables. This small program. We'll see. Can just copy paste. Very simple program to add. Let me save it. Check. No syntax error. Fine. Activate. Run. These are the steps. Why I am writing many programs? Just to explain and make you comfortable the process to create a program, save, check, and activate. Now activate a program, then run it. The result is 30 because it's 10, 20. If you say 30, I change the program. What I have to do? Save, check, activate, run. See all these four buttons. Save, check, activate, run. Save, check, activate, run. Run it. 50. Okay. When you develop a program in real time, we also write on the top of who created, why it's required. Many programmers will be busy developing programs. At some point of time, once the years pass by, after a few years, we're not able to identify who has developed, what is the purpose, why this program is developed. So some of the details we write in the header. Like in a book, we specify the publication, publisher's name, author's name. Like same way here, the programmer who has written this program is author. We maintain that on the top of the program in real time when you do. Now we are learning in the real time into. It's not just that who created. The program may go for several changes. I created a program, it is working fine. After 6 months, we found an issue. Someone changed it. Then after 8 months, someone changed it. So whoever is changing the program, they add one line on the program like a modification log. For example, on this 1st of May, John Smith has changed something. And what exactly has changed? This is initial creator log, like who created and for which module, which package is saved, where's the transfer request. So in short, when we create a program to practice, this is fine. But whenever we create a program that will be used in real time by the customer, we should not forget to add header information, header log. What is the header log? The information about who is the author, who created it, who changed it, who was the initial creator and who all subsequently changed the program, what is the purpose they changed. So this is called modification log, it's called author log. Nothing but the information written on top of the program. Not very important right now, but later on, just keeping that in mind. Later on, we'll be using this log when you develop a program. That's all about different data types and the namespace and how to get a program, how to save, check, activate, and run, and what is predefined, what is user defined, and what is the statement to print output, write statement, and the statement to declare a variable, data statement. We learn these two statements: data to declare the variables, and write to print the output, the variable, and every statement ends with a period. And this is a new line operator. Okay, if you use this one, the data will be shown on the next line. And the chain operator, if we want to print multiple variables, more than one variables, we can use the chain operator so that we can avoid writing write variable one, write variable two, write variable three. You can say one write variable one, comma variable two, comma variable three, like that. That's all about data types. Thank you all.